In a world overwhelmed by constant information, social pressures, and unpredictable events, many of us feel trapped. We worry about the state of the world, about things we can't control, news, social media standards, global issues. Yet, there is a wisdom, ancient yet profoundly relevant today, that can guide us to true freedom, the teachings of Epictetus. 1. What is true freedom? Epictetus boldly declared, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life." But what does freedom truly mean in today's chaotic world? It's not about controlling everything around us, our jobs, relationships, or circumstances. Rather, true freedom lies in releasing our attachment to the things beyond our control. Today, we live in a world of constant connectivity. We are bombarded by news, social media pressures, and global events that we have little to no control over. We worry about the economy, political situations, or even the opinions of others. But these are things we can't change. According to Epictetus, it is our attachment to things beyond our influence that binds us. He offers us a radical solution. Rather than trying to control the uncontrollable, we should disregard it. 2. The radical solution: disregard the uncontrollable. Epictetus doesn't advocate ignorance. He urges us to release the need to control things that we simply cannot change. This is not about indifference. It's about mental and emotional liberation. Consider how much energy you waste on things you can't control: the weather, the actions of others, or the state of the economy. According to Epictetus, these are distractions that take away from our peace of mind. We have the power to disregard them and focus instead on our internal world. By letting go of these external concerns, we free ourselves to focus on what really matters: how we respond to the world around us. 3. Self-mastery, the path to true freedom. Epictetus teaches that while we cannot control the world around us, we can always control our reactions. Self-mastery is the key to freedom. This means controlling our thoughts, attitudes, and actions. In a world filled with distractions, it's easy to lose focus. We often become obsessed with trying to control things we cannot change: our social media presence, others' opinions, or our external success. However, Epictetus urges us to turn inward and focus on self-mastery. This self-mastery isn't about perfection. It's about being aware of our thoughts and actions and making the conscious decision to respond thoughtfully, not impulsively. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, behaviors, and attitudes, we regain true power. 4. The sphere of control exercise. One practical way to apply Epictetus' teachings is the sphere of control exercise. This exercise involves creating 2 circles, one for things you can control and one for things you cannot. List your worries and concerns, placing them in the appropriate circle. The next step is to focus on the inner circle, the things you can control. These are your thoughts, actions, and responses. By actively disregarding the things in the outer circle, the things you cannot control, you begin to free yourself from unnecessary stress and anxiety. 5. The illusion of hope without action. Epictetus also emphasizes the importance of action. In today's world, we often mistake hope and inspiration for actual progress. We hope to get fit but never exercise. We hope to write a book but never start. We hope to build a business but don't take the first step. Epictetus teaches us that progress is impossible without action. Hope alone will not change our lives. It is the concrete actions we take that lead to real progress. Whether it's writing a single paragraph, doing one push-up, or taking a small step toward a goal, every action moves us closer to where we want to be. 6. Action trumps perfection. In a world filled with infinite information and endless how-to guides, it's easy to get stuck in the trap of overthinking. We gather information, make plans, but never take action. Epictetus' wisdom tells us that imperfect action is always better than perfect inaction. Think about it: the first painting you create may not be perfect, but it will teach you more than the masterpiece you never start. The same applies to any goal: starting imperfectly is better than never starting at all. The practical application of this wisdom is simple. Take one concrete action today. Write one paragraph if you want to write a book. Do one push-up if you want to get fit. Learn one new word if you're learning a language. Each small action is a step toward progress. 7. Wisdom for today's world. The principles of Epictetus are not just ancient philosophies, they are practical tools for navigating our modern world. With the constant flood of distractions, social media, news, endless comparisons, we often lose track of what really matters. But by focusing on self-mastery and taking concrete action, we regain control over our lives. True freedom isn't about controlling everything around us. It's about mastering ourselves, our thoughts, actions, and responses. It's about letting go of what we cannot control and focusing on what we can change: our attitudes, our work, our relationships, and our growth. 8. Conclusion: living the wisdom of Epictetus. As we wrap up, remember the true freedom and power come from within. By focusing on what we can control, disregarding the uncontrollable, and taking consistent action, we free ourselves from the chains of anxiety and fear. Freedom isn't about controlling everything, it's about mastering yourself. I encourage you to apply Epictetus' wisdom today. Draw your circles, identify what you can control, and start taking action. The more you practice these principles, the more you will experience the peace and freedom that come from self-mastery.